All right, chat. This is kind of interesting. So I don't know how fast this format is yet. So chat wants Electrodominance. I'm not in the least convinced Electrodominance is any good here. The cards that are sticking out to me are Blade Juggler, Gate Colossus, and Summary Justice. Um, why not Electrodominance? Well, Electrodominance to me, it's kind of an expensive removal spell for what it does. Yes, it 1-for-1 stuff, but if you're going to get any benefit out of its secondary part, you need to cast it at a high enough level to cast a permanent and for it to matter. It's a tempo card in a format that doesn't really let you do that kind of tempo. So what is this? On turn like 6, I need to have it in my hand, have a permanent of 4 mana cost or less that I want to resolve and a creature I want to kill and have that tempo be meaningful? Yeah, I can finish people off with it. It can go face. It's flexible, sure. But I'm not that excited about it. It doesn't, oftentimes to me, it's just an expensive removal card. A lot of times what I do with Electrodominance is the same thing I'm doing with Summary Justice. At least that's been my take on it so far. And I might turn around in a week or two and be like, man, I was so wrong. But that's been my play with it so far. Yes, it's instant. Yes, it can go face. Yes, yes, yes. I get it. Maybe then there's some world in which I can do that. So the cards that are more get the point in here is interesting too. So get the point, like this card kills shit and scries. That's pretty damn good. This shit kills stuff and costs me only 3 mana. White I think is going to be very strong for the reasons we've talked about. Enchantment hate in there, and Gate Colossus allows me to stay open. I like Blade Juggler too, but I think it's a tier below the other stuff. I think Carnage is fine, although I think it's basically an expensive Mind Rot, so I'm not super excited about that. I guess when I look at this, Get the Point, Electrodominance, Gate Colossus, and Summary Judgment are the 4 I'm looking between. The question is Gate Colossus a bomb or not? It wins sealed, but sealed is slower than draft. We haven't seen how fast draft is yet. Gate Colossus allows me to be open, but is 8 just too much in what's more likely to be a 2-color deck running maybe 3 gates? In which case, is it just removal here? Is it just Summary Judgment or Get the Point? I think I take Summary Judgment here. I'm not sure yet if I think Gate Colossus is an instant win or not. I think it probably isn't. I think it's probably a little bit slow. And I think Electrodominance is basically an expensive Summary Judgment. We don't know what cards we owe from the bots. That's true. So my pick here is going to be Summary Judgment. Whether or not that's right, time will tell. But that's where I'm going with it. All right, pick 2. Cards that stick out to me. Final Payment, Sphinx's Insight, Applied Biomancy, Sagittarius Volley, although I'm probably not picking those that early. Those are the cards that stand out to me. I guess I like the draw card a lot, but removal is removal. So I'm probably taking Final Payment here. And it kills enchantments too. I didn't even realize it was enchantment hate. So that's another common bit of enchantment hate. Oh, that's particularly good then. In our color, seems good. Pretty happy about it. Let's grab it, or at least in one of our colors. All right, Forbidding Spirit, Spire Mangler, Summary Judgment, Gates Ablaze. Those are the cards that stick out to me. It's removal. So, and of those, I think Forbidding Spirit's a tier below the others, and I think Summary Judgment's a tier above Spire Mangler. Gates Ablaze is a sweeper, but I'm nowhere near red right now, and again, it requires sweepers. It's going to blow me the fuck up when it happens. Oh, I can sack an enchantment. It doesn't destroy enchantments. Oh, so it does. Okay, sure. Thanks. I would have tried to do that at some point, killing an enchantment. So I guess is the limited enchantment removal still. But I'm sticking Summary Judgment again. I'm fine with this card. All right. What's next? Bad combat trick. Bad creature. Could we speculate here? Applied Biomancy is really sweet, but we're nowhere near those colors. Could end up blue-white splashing green, or blue-green splashing white is possible. In which case I like an Applied Biomancy. Code of Constraint is fine. Don't love it, don't hate it. A little bit expensive for 3. It is flexible in the fact you can either use it to tap the remaining blocker and kill them, or kill a creature and draw a card, which is pretty damn good. Doesn't kill the creature though, it just does it. Aeromunculus is really solid creature. I think if I'm going to speculate, I don't think I'm willing to take the black or white cards here. I think they're too below power level. And I think if I have to choose between the blue and green cards on this board, between Code of Constraint, Applied Biomancy, Thought Collapse, Aeromunculus, and Skitter Eel, I think the Aeromunculus is good enough that I take that over the other cards. I'm speculating on blue-green. I'm not anywhere near that, but I could very easily see playing blue-green splashing white. You can get the white-blue duels to support that, and we just wouldn't play Final Judgment there. So I'm going to pick Aeromunculus. All right. Forbidding Spirit and Spire Mangler. Have we seen a print run here? We might have. As well as a final payment here. And an Orzhov Guildgate. It's tempting to start taking creatures like this. I like this dude. He's good versus it. He trades well. Lees lets me leave mana up. But I think I'm going to take the final payment number 2. I'm not sure how good this card is. I haven't played it a lot. It seems expensive. 5 life seems like a lot. But sacrificing 1/1s while you're blocking at instant speed and then killing shit seems pretty good. We just need to get some afterlife to do with it. So I'm going to take the unconditional removal again over these for now. And we'll see how my thoughts on this change. Again, I haven't played this card very much. Didn't get offered any of them in sealed. All right. Where are we here? Starting to get lower quality cards. Spider's fine. The Goblin's playable. Scorchmark is fine. I don't like the Scavenger. Don't like the Junk Troller. Swirling Torment's okay, but slow. I think I'm taking the Pegasus, probably. It's an all-right blocker. Deals with Afterlife tokens. Is a flyer.
A new subscriber arrives. It fills you with determination.
Thank you. With a sub, RJ Cool. I find that there's a lot of 2-power attacking creatures and a lot of 2-power attacking flyers in particular. The Pegasus is an all-right blocker for 2. Not exciting, but I think good enough. Yeah, Undercity, that is fair. Chat's pointing about Undercity Scavenger here. This card is very powerful with Afterlife. It's a common. We'll see if it comes back. Let's take the Pegasus first. We don't have any Afterlife yet, and we already have a bunch of stuff that requires it, so we'll see. Of these cards here, Azorius Guildgate is speculatively okay. The Noxious Grudlian is whatever, or Grudian. The Debtor's Transport for me is too slow. It was too slow in sealed. It's probably too slow in draft. So when I look at this, I should update the title, shouldn't I? All right, let me fix that. All right. I don't think very much of the shield. I haven't used it yet, but I read it and kind of was like, it's very expensive to move around. And 0+3 is okay, but it's nowhere near as good as like a more mixed set of stats. This guy has not been very good for me. 6 for 6/6, just a big finisher. So it's between just the warm body, and we don't have a warm body yet. All we have is a pack of removal spells, or potentially speculating on still maybe ending up white, green, blue with the Guildgate. And again, I don't like this card enough that I'm going to pick it too heavily. I think I'm going to take the Guildgate. All right, what do we have? Essence Capture. Decent little creature-based counterspell for 2, although 2 blue. The Justicar's Portal. Don't really like this very much. The Officer's fine. A bit short on creatures right now. Orzhov Locket. Could use as fixing for this. I don't really want to play a bunch of Lockets in a Simic Locket. I'm going to take the Essence Capture and see what shows up. Still don't know what colors we're in. Carnage Wield. This is our first pack, I believe. Yeah. Best card out of this is the Spider. Wrecking Beast Wield, huh? I'm no way near this, but I am not too far away from playing a Spider. I think I'll take the Spider and be alright with it. The other pick is either the Wrecking Beast or the Locket. These are both speculative picks. Let's grab the Spider. Alright, Simic Guildgate, Sagitt's Volley, Gathering, Active Treason, Thought Collapse, and Wayfinder. I think the Volley is the best card out of those. I don't like the Wayfinder very much. It's okay. 2/1 body, I guess, that fixes something a little bit, but I don't love it. A lot of times when you're playing this on 2, you need both lands and creatures, and removing either is a bit painful. This would let me play more planes if I end up that route. But I'm taking the volley, I think. Alright, Scorch Mark this late seems weird to me. It is removal. I don't like that guy at all. Don't like that guy at all. I don't mind playing this card. It's fine if we end up green-blue. Green-blue-white, for example. Take the Azorius Guildgate. I don't like the Petitioners. The Counterspell. I mean, this is an okay card. Like, this isn't terrible. I could be picking that. But I'm going to take the Guildgate. Duelist versus 10th. So this is this final pick here. I still am hoping to play white-black, but it's going to really be determined by what we see in second pack. I think overall I'd rather be playing... Jesus, would I rather be playing the Fairy Duelist or the 10th District Veteran? I'd rather be playing neither of those, quite honestly. Flying Blocker, maybe. Pick the Duelist. Not in love with it. I don't want to play either of these cards. It's a world in which I play that. It's a dark world, but might be get there. Alright, pack 2. What do we have? Cindervines. Haven't seen this card yet. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, Cindervine deals 1 damage to that player. Sacrifice Cindervines. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Oh. I haven't seen this. There's more enchantment hate in this set than I remember. Interesting. The cards that I am quite experienced with that are good in this pack are the Oligarch and the Bellhaunt are both pretty good. Pack doesn't seem super high quality here. You go a little bit lower, you get Carrion Imp and Consign to the Pit. This would be the best card in this pack by a lot, I think. But I'm no way near red-green. So the question is, are we at all close to white-black? There's no green cards I want, and there's no pure blue cards I want. The Sneak is all right. We do have gates, so it is playable. A 1-3 early for 3 isn't that bad. Problem is, it is actually quite difficult to get him through, but I mean, it will draw you cards every time it hits, which is fine. I could just take Cindervine, potentially. I think Sneak is OP. Well, we still don't know what colors we're playing. These are all playable green cards. The blue cards are whatever. And then the final payments. So these cards are cards we may or may not be playing. These cards are cards we're almost certainly playing. We might be blue-green splashing white. Not too late to go red. It's too late to go red. So Oligarch, Bellhaunt. Feels kind of like a big pick too. All of our creatures so far are green-blue, right? And they're not super powerful, but they're not terrible. That card's pretty good. This card's all right. It's only all right because of the black common removal that fucking destroys it. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. The Bellhaunt or the Oligarch are dead picks if I end up blue-green. And the Sneak is playable if I end up blue-green. And she's one of the commons that I would really like to be playing if I'm playing black-white. This card, I'm less excited about it. Not as early. Requires really specific mana combinations. Making your opponent discard is really nasty on turn 4. But man, we are no way near that. We'd only have 5 playable cards if we play pure black-white with no splashes. And this is really the kind of deck that I want to run that in, is pure black-white with no splashes. I think I'm talking myself into that Sneak. All right. So, Bedevil. Sweet fucking card. Bunch of lockets. Shimmer of Possibility. Sentinel's Mark. The Ram is quite a solid card overall. And if I'm playing green-blue splashing white, the Ram could be excellent. I think in terms of overall card quality, independent of color here, it's Bedevil first, Ram second. Then a pretty big drop-off, and it's somewhere between Consign, Ill-Gotten Inheritance, Sentinel's Mark, Shimmer Possibility, but it's really between those, and I'm nowhere near that, as much as I hate passing repeated red rares. All right, let's grab the Ram. That's the best card. We can play this in a blue deck. This is fine. This card's quite good as well. This card's fine. Three-two flyer good enough for our purposes? Should have gone red. Well, we weren't seeing indicators to go red. Saw a bunch of early white removal, white-black removal. Didn't see a bunch of red removal that we were repeatedly getting past. This card's quite good too, but I don't think we're anywhere near the red removal, so I'm going to leave that. I don't think we're playing black-white anymore, annoyingly, considering we have the two pieces of removal that are black-white. Oh, there's another piece of removal there. So really, this is decent little creature. Removal, removal, where's the last bit of removal? Removal, removal. Decent creature, decent enchant. I mean, this was good and sealed. This is probably too slow for draft if I had to guess. So I guess I'm between these, maybe the Rubble Slinger. Have a large number of threes already. It's unfortunate because they're... I guess we're going to take the 4 curve-wise. I like the effect. I like a 3-2 flyer. I'm going to grab this. All right, another Ram. Seems fine. The Acrobat is really solid. All red cards in here. Wrecking Beast is playable. I think even decent. But it's tough to say if 7 is going to be way too much again. It's just a 6/6 haste trampler is really nasty. What makes something solid and not solid? How well it performs in the environment. And the only thing I can say about that is play it a lot and you'll start seeing it. I don't really want another 3-drop. We're getting pretty heavy on these. Maybe this could be our last 3-drop. But the Rams are pretty damn good. If we start keeping grabbing gates, I think we're going to take one more here. I mean, it's that or the Wrecking Beast. I think I'd rather the Ram early game first, right? All right, Gyra Engineer. I haven't used this at all. 3 mana elf gives you 2. Another Aramungulus and a hybrid. Man, I really like Aramungulus. I guess there's also a Wilderness Reclamation for advanced adapting. Should be kind of nice, but I don't know that it's really going to work in draft. You have to have a million adapt cards. And another Guildgate. We can hope the Guildgate wheels, I guess. We don't have any 2-drops yet. I would like to take the Aramungulus. This card is really good. But so is the Saraform. If you draw this late, you're happy. If you draw it early, you're pretty happy. It's a card you want to play in your deck. Can we be greedy? What other 2-drops are we hoping to get in blue and green? There's the 2/1 Scry Dude. The 2/1, look at the top 4 cards of your library. The Guildmage. The Guildmage is uncommon. I would like to take that Aramungulus. We have so many cards on 4/3 already. I'm going to take the hybrid, I think. All right. Collision Colossus, Scuttlegator, Simic Guildgate, and a Steeple Creeper. I think that's good enough to pick here. 6 damage to a creature with flying is removal. Our only removal right now is Summary Judgment. I think it's better than another 3-drop. I would like the Guildgate. Maybe we'll get lucky and it will wheel. All right, Sky Tether in white. We can play that. Probably not going to. Gruul Guildgate, we're nowhere near. Do I need a 4-drop 3/4? I really hope not. But what else would I be taking here? Sky Tether, 3/4. Grab the Reach creature. Maybe sub it in versus certain decks. Probably better than a 3/4 I'm not playing. Okay. Simic Guildgate, another hybrid. I'm going to take the hybrid here. I need 2 drops. This is one of the best 2 drops I think I can get. At common anyways. Orzhov Guildgate, nowhere near what we're doing. Light up the stage is excellent. It's really surprising to see that this late. You guys should be watching. If the bots pass this card a lot, it's going to be really dumb. The card's super good. I'm still going to take this. This fits our deck. I don't think I'm going back to white, and certainly white-black Guildgates don't help me. I don't want to play this card. Zorius Guildgate over Brush Strider. We have a billion 3 drops already. I'm going to take the Guildgate. Help us fix our white mana. I'll take this second Rebel Slinger. Don't really want to play 2 Rebel Slingers, but we'll see. Wrecking Beast Wield. Happy to take that. Wilderness Reclamation and Regenesis both wield. This card is very slow and very expensive. And the fact it targets creatures mostly for us makes it a very, very expensive spectacle. Or Revel or whatever it's called. The black double regrowth. But I'm probably taking it over Reclamation. I mean, we do have 2 creatures that benefit from that, or 4 creatures that benefit that. No, we didn't take the second Aramungulus, so 3. I don't think that's worth it for 3 creatures. It's uncommon, but they're both uncommon. I'll take the Regenesis and expect not to play it, but we'll see. Caretaker versus Locket. Yeah. It's unexciting. Alright, let's see what pack 3 brings us. Pack 3, pick 1. Destroy all artifacts and enchantments. For each permanent destroyed this way, this controller creates a 3/3 green centaur creature. I mean, we could bring this in as a desperate measure to try to deal with that fucking enchantment that wins all the games. Another Aramungulus, which I'd like to see. And Consecrate Consume. We're nowhere near that, unfortunately. We're not playing black anymore. And then the Sphinx of the Guild pack. In terms of raw strength, Sphinx is pretty damn good, Consume is pretty damn good, and Aramungulus is pretty damn good. I think if I drop down a tier, I'm looking at Wrecking Beast. Maybe the Steeple Creeper. We'll see. This card has been overperforming for me, surprisingly. And then maybe like Consign the Pit somewhere at the Wrecking Beast level. And I haven't used this card. I've stayed away from it because generally I don't want to. This is a 2-for-1 against me, right? Creating a 3/3 green centaur token for my opponent tends to 2-for-1 me. So, what do I want for this? We are best of 3. But imagine how bad that would be if my opponent plays a lot of enchantments and I sweep it and I create like 9/9 worth of power on him. I'm not taking Guildgate this early. It's very likely the pick that I'm going to pick up here is the Sphinx. Comes a late game win condition for us. Alright, let's grab Sphinx of the Guild Pact. You like the Aramungulus more? I like the Aramungulus, and I already have 1. My 3 drops are just pretty heavy right now, right? And arguably, I could cut these cards potentially. Like, go down to that. This would be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 playables right now. Kind of wouldn't mind some late game, though. 1 Wrecking Beast probably won't get the job done. Sphinx is very powerful, hard to get rid of, slow. Do like this card. Always playing either 2/3 flyers that become 3/4 flyers or Gatebreaker Rams on 3 would be pretty sick. How big of a bomb is the Sphinx? Slow as shit and sealed, but like wins you the game a lot of the time when it comes down. Not always. You sometimes can't attack into stalled boards still. But it's quite powerful. We have 2 6-drops. What's our other 6-drop? We've got 1 6-drop so far, right? And it's a 7-drop. We don't have any 6-drops yet. You guys like Sphinx? I would love to pick up that Aramungulus, but I think I'm going to take the Sphinx. I think we need flying win conditions. Cindervine's number 2. I feel so fucking bad right now. I don't think this card is like super strong, but it's going to be protection versus enchantment. Enchantment hate is something I really like to play. Dolphin's Acuity. Don't like this card. We could splash it. Do we have instant spells that we want to cast during main phase? Summary Judgment sometimes. Volley. castable there, but not super exciting. Collision's castable there. Oh, you mean the Sara farms? It's fair. It's a third final payment. Gross Spiral. Huh. These aren't cards I really want to play. The card that is in our deck, that goes in our deck, is the Arrester's Admonition here. I don't like this card. I've never seen it draw more than fucking like one card for anybody. I've only seen it played once and it drew one card for him. I mean, it does have some synergy with Summary Judgment, but don't like Growth Spiral particularly either. If I'm low enough on cards, I'm going to play this because it just cycles for 2. But I think I would rather play this card. Also cycles, buys me time. I could just grab the Guild Gate too, make our splashing easier. We have the Rams. More Guild Gates are not necessarily bad for us. Feeling like we're a bit low on playables though. Could take the rare later. But I don't think this is going to see a lot of constructed play. Maybe. Maybe play it versus control. Let's grab the Unsummon. Pick up the Guild Gate later maybe. Guardian Project. Seems like that could be good. It's a draw thing. Also another hybrid. And a Gift of Strength. We're pretty low on removal. Got those white ones and then they don't get to use the black ones. Might end up into just running into red-black removal stuff. Skewer the Critics, great card. Cobra Mockery has been pretty solid too from what I've seen. What would we like to take out of these? We got 2 of these. Can we afford an enchantment that does nothing until we start casting spells and it's on 4? Don't have a lot of 4s right now. It's possible. Don't really want a 3rd hybrid right now, but we would take one of those and not be that upset. We could try it, see how it plays. I think it's probably a little bit slow, but it seems... I mean, it's a big value engine. Try it. Let's try it. See how it treats us. Alright, Carnival Carnage, another Spider, Red Guild Gate we're not playing, Vampire Tokens not in our... or Vampire not in our colors. Graveyard Hate. The only card here playable is the Spider, so let's take it. I guess I can play... No, I'm not red-black. Okay. I was going to think I have to play half that, but I can't. Alright. Spider it is. High Alert. Combine Guild Mage is interesting to me. Another 2-drop isn't bad. I like his abilities. Late Oligarch here. I don't even think it's close. Guild Mage is quite good. High Alert's not that good. Gates Ablaze, pretty late too. Another Creeper, Gift of Strength, Guild Gate. In our color, Shimmer Possibility. I think I might take Shimmer Possibility here. It's that or another 3-drop, and I have a fair number of 3-drops that I don't want to play already. So for me, this probably becomes Shimmer Possibility. Rhythm of the Wild. Pick 7. I think this card wins games. I wish I could find a way to fit this in my deck right now. Don't have any red sources for it. We're already splashing white. I mean, we're splashing white for 2 Summary Judgments. But we already have all the white lands to support it. We have the Gate synergy, and this is our only removal. I don't know that we can just be like, let's go Rhythm of the Wild and go for it. But man, it's tempting. What are we at card count wise? I start pulling out some of this shit. I'm a bit worried about our lack of removal, chat. It would have been nice to be white-black and just keep picking up all the removal. Didn't see a lot of common black removal. Saw the common white-black removal, but not a lot of common black alone. So this is how many playables right now? 23 already. Oh, 20 already. So we're 3 playables short, although we have stuff in there. Yeah, you guys keep saying switching to red earlier, but our early picks were very clearly not red. At least for me. So we've got a 3rd Guild Gate or the Enraged Ceratok or the Shimmer Possibility. This card is alright. It's 4/4/4/4 that does stuff. I'd probably take it here. We don't have a lot of 4-drops. We already have the white Guild Gates. All right. Ooh, Trollbed Guardian's not bad. Big dude with a much more reasonable adapt cost. I'm going to take him. Pretty happy to see him. Prying Eyes is a draw card. Guildgate or another Wrecking Beast. Our deck is getting weird. Our deck is now like big creatures. I don't know where the fuck big creatures came when we started with black-white removal. We're now in green big creatures. It's funny, I almost don't even want to play blue. If you look at our blue cards, like, don't even care about our blue cards particularly. We didn't end up with any blue cards, part of the issue. It's funny. Maybe we should have been in Gruul. Saratek is basically immune to all death touches in this format. Yeah, I don't know if that means anything. I think, yes, to some degree, yes. All right, Wrecking Beast, Guildgate, Prying Eyes. What are we at right now? We're like 2 cards shy of what we want to play. 26, 3 white sources there. First draft is Selesnya, right? I'm not taking the Steeple Creeper, although they become better. If we're trying to be aggressive on the ground, which is not where we started this draft, a 4-2 on 3 becomes better. We already end up with 1 too? No. Might take the Guildgate. That would give us 4 white sources if I wanted. Run 1 plains. Could also run the Wrecking Beast. Have a billion 7-drops then. We have 2 actual castable 7-drops and 2 hybrids that convert into 7-drops. Gives us late game. I don't think this deck turned out nice. I think we're missing too much removal. I think we're going to get blown up by like Rakdos decks chock full of removal. Man. I think I might take the land. This is the last card we need. But we have other cards we can put back in. The Fairy Duelist, the Brush Strider, one of the Rubble Slingers. Let's grab the gate. Another gate right there, Growth Spiral. Do we want to play a Growth Spiral? Cycle. Just took the Guild Gate. We could potentially run Cycle here. Wow. So, the Sarafarm Hybrid. These are all good. These are all playable cards. Like, every one of these is playable. The Brush Strider is not exciting, but the Hybrid's quite good. Incubation Incongruity is fine. And the Macabre Mockery is decent. What are we doing with this? I think I would play this over the Growth Spiral. This is basically, this is Cycle. This is trade this card for a creature. I think I'm taking that. Alright, I'll take the uncommon here. Oh, there's no uncommon here. Lied. I lie. What are we taking here? Guildgate's probably the card we draft the most of these. Vault Progress. Never forget. Root Snare versus Boar. We'll take the Boar. Gift of Strength we'll take, but hope not to play. Clear the Mind, final card. I don't think our deck ended up very well. The switch to blue-green. Greens seem very open. I don't know about blue-green, but it's hard to play white, black, green in this format. Not a lot of duels to support that, but oh well. So we're at 41 right now. We need to cut 1 card if we're running 17 lands with 2 7s. I think we need to. The weakest cards here. I don't know that I need to run double Air Hate to begin with. And presumably a 3-mana kill target creature with flying. I mean, honestly, deal 6 damage to target creature with flying is basically kill it for 2 mana. But I suppose the area of effect for killing tokens is fine.
Renewal. Welcome back.
Dominaria 4 head.
It just ignored your 2.0 there, didn't it? Weird. Yeah, it would have been nice to have been in red with the cards that we saw go through us. All right, let's just take a quick peek at what we have here. So we're splashing white just for Summary Judgment. And considering it's our only removal, it's a little bit unfortunate. The cards that I'd consider coming in are Fairy Duelist. It gets better when we don't have combat tricks and don't have removal. Gift of Strength is better when we don't have removal. And this card is sideboard. Probably that card too. Rose Spiral, I suppose, is playable. Cards I'm least excited about playing. The spiders are very passive. Not super excited about playing them. We're missing a lot of the power cards, honestly. Our payoff power cards seem to be missing. Don't love that card, although it's tempo oriented for us, so maybe. The boar is pretty unexciting. I'm not sure we're gonna. I mean, 2 mana card though. 2 mana blue card is fine if we can get that working. All right, so we need 3 cards out. I think we're on. I don't think I want the boar. I think I want to try to run Gift of Strength here. 2 mana. Just so low on removal that maybe it will get us somewhere. I think I want Duelist and the Growth Spiral out and run the Unsummon. There's worlds in which the Unsummon does something for us. So our value cards are Project plus Sneak. We have Fixing in the form of 4 gates. The gates are also activators for our Rams. We're hoping to do early game damage and then hope that our adapts get us the rest of the way. Or maybe we finish up with one of our big dudes. We got spiders to stall a couple air units, but not a ton. In retrospect, I wish I'd taken the the third Aeromungulus over the, can't remember what it was over, but I wish I'd ended up with 2 hybrids and 2 Aeromunguluses, and I passed at least 1 hybrid, so I could have done that somewhere if I'd seen all the cards ahead of time. Bit worried about removal package here. So I don't think the deck would do all that well, but we can see what we can do with it. Try. We're going to be playing other players who are excited, but perhaps not that experienced. We might get further than we expect. Right now, this is 4 8 blue sources, 8 9 green sources, and 4 white sources. That seems pretty good. It's a lot of blue sources, but we do have a double blue, and the double blue is fairly powerful. I think that's fine. Okay. We needed like a red card. Do we have a red card? Okay. All right. Let's what do we call this? What do we call this one, chat? What captures? I think the board. I think the Ram's gonna be MVP. A lot of tap lands. Sadness. All right, sure. Simic Sadness. We can do it. We can do it. Simic Sadness. And all right, let's see what we can do with it. Feels a little bit bad to have drafted early removal and not be playing it, but we'll try it. I guess it's Bant Sadness, really.